All right, and welcome back to the Road to DreamHack Austin. I'm still Brightside, joined by my co-host Mezzanot, and we're still here to guide you through losers finals here at the Road to DreamHack Austin. This is going to be the last set of matches before Grands, and this decides who goes home and who gets their shot at getting the glory in Grand Finals of the Road to DreamHack.
Yes, indeed, and we've got a quick rush pushing right up into mid. Angry Lego Man is there in response. Bert also behind the wall, but he's going to have to wait to be able to help.
I don't know if they know about the guy on site, and indeed they don't. Bert with big shots coming out to defend.
Retro Q definitely saw one. Unsure if he saw both coming through the door. Comes back, picks up the second there. That's both kills. For third. Oh, there's a Retro on both sides. This is going to be so much fun.
Oh, great. Well, Exotic, a little bit hidden from the position. I don't think they fully expect him to come up from low. Yeah, the info now, though, and as long as he can defend the take, and a great shot by Cryptic actually cuts his efforts short. Good stuff from Turtle Squad as they take game one in the best of three. Interesting map layout, by the way. We have Cobble as game one, and then I think from there we go towards Mirage, and then after that, Cache. So I think for the first time we're seeing Cobble as the first time these two teams are meeting.
Indeed, and it's been a little bit since we've been on Cobble. We did see this one earlier on. It's been a few games since we've gassed it.
It has been quite a while. However, the tournament meta is actually almost the complete opposite of what they chose for their first round. We've been seeing really aggressive T play towards the B site mostly, a lot of platform rushes and similar things of that nature, but instead they go for the rush on A. But it looks like a more traditional B push for this second round. Really good setup here and drop down by Angry Lego Man. Hoping to catch any T's that get a little bit too confident. But A is pretty much up for grabs. Bird is the only man left on site. We know he's competent, but 1v5s are no one's cup of tea. It looks like Exotic is the first man to push out on platform. He's got plenty of backup, but actually drop down is where the action's going to occur.
Angry Lego Man picks up one, now getting a second, trying to get up onto Retro. It's not happening just yet.
Yeah, rough stuff going on and drop down. Neither team really able to get a foothold, but Rapid Robbie falling is a lot of fragging power removed from Mizesquad. It looks like they are heading towards A with only Bert to defend the site. Retro Q left to lurk.
He's hitting off interestingly on the side that's going to allow Micro potentially a cross angle if they pinch at the right time. But KMZ is moving up with his pistol. Bert looks around the half wall, gets one in Mizesquad.
Good viewing angle there, helps him a lot with the trade. KMZ finds Cryptic as well in mid and is traded with Micro.
Cryptic playing a little bit aggressive there. He was trying to surf through the area. Ooh, a little duck down and then step up, but Retro still takes one in the noggin.
And it looks like these trades have ultimately favored Turtle Squad. Exotic, the last man standing, and quickly he is no longer standing at all. Bert puts him down, and that's 2-0. Turtle Squad winning. And while Mizesquad does actually have one bomb plan, it'd be a little risky to go for a buy, but it looks like Retro Q's feeling a little too confident. It looks like we're going to see some AKs supporting a little bit of utility. Full armor, of course. Keep in mind that without full armor, those M4s are going to one-shot headshot, and therefore they're just better AK-47s.
Interesting force buy, and then a throwaway from Micro. He had an extra grenade and threw it off the map.
It might have been a decoy to lure opponents off, but either way, a quick rush towards A's side, towards upper. Bird's going to be the man towards to stop this push.
Let's see what he can do, because they are going to come around the corner there in quick fashion. He's got a flash, he turns away from it. Now he's going to have multiple members come around. He gets one, but KMZ does take him down.
And now A's side is theirs for the taking. They do see the rotate through the door, but KMZ with a dope spray on Angry Lego Man.
Micro on that little tiny alleyway, making it work. A little bit of vision he needed there, and now Bomb backing back out, working back towards the T spawn.
Yeah, a lot of the CTs are kind of clustered towards mid. They're anticipating a rotate towards A, hence the heavy presence there, but Cryptic alone on the B site might get caught out by Mizesquad.
Exotic pushes it quickly. Mizesquad is going to catch one. Now a second trying to come around the rock. Gets both Retro and Cryptic.
A little bit of team damage there helping him out. And now it's just Micro in the 1v3. He does manage to delay the bomb plant, but can't prevent it outright. So he's probably going to save this AK and hope Turtle Squad can buy up next round to help things out. So a good reversal from my squad. Not seeing the usual 3-0 after pistol. A lot of really aggressive force buys. I'm glad it worked out for him.
Very different change of pace. Glad to see him get a nice round in early, not see something go too long like they dealt with in their last game.
Yeah, both of these teams are Not exactly renowned for being able to go the distance. We've seen both of them fall in OT matches. Mizesquad and Turtle Squad actually pretty similar teams, and I'm not just talking about the names. In this case, both the teams are pretty puggy in their reactions. Not a whole lot of coordination, more relying on individual skill and aim duels. And, they've both gotten this far. This is the finals for the lower bracket, so whoever wins here is going to go on to grand finals, where they will face it off against ASIO for that sweet, sweet prize of $1,500 in travel expenses and BYOC premium ticks for the whole squad.
Want it and gotta have it. That's gotta be the mindset if you're in this point of the game. So let's see if Mizesquad can string together a second. So Micro does have the AK, but a lot of pistols coming around from the rest of Turtle Squad.
And their movement definitely suggests a B-plat rush, but instead the conservative bomb position indicates that they're trying to keep their options open. Unfortunately, that spam is not going to hit anyone, but as they move towards drop-down, they may be able to catch Micro out of position. Oh, clever boost coming up.
Nice little boost up there, manages to get Mizesquad. Cryptic wins the battle there, so now they're not going to be able to push A. 4 members for Turtle Squad were on B site there, but now we do get a little bit of a rotate. Exotic comes peeking over the ledge, he gets one. Bert's still down there though. He goes back for it and picks up seconds. Trying, does take down Angry Lego Man. Just over that ledge.
Right through the smoke there. Retro Crew at only 10, and they can't take him down early. That position can be absolutely devastating. He checks Coop, wants to make sure that there's no one where they don't expect them. But Retro, hiding behind Rock, could be the wrench in their plans.
Here comes the flashbang over the top that hits Retro, but now he's able to come back around. Rapid Robbie and him exchanging blows. Rapid Robbie does get the kill and is going to get the bomb down.
Yeah, Cryptic going for the save here. 2 HP, and he's got the AK in his hands. Turtle Squad's economy not looking super good. They do have 4K on Bert. He's picked up plenty of kills, 4 and 3 so far for the KD. However, Cryptic had a measly 1,600, and Micro can't even claim that at 13. So the economy is definitely imbalanced for both of these teams. KMZ sitting at $0. Meanwhile, his teammate Mizesquad sitting at 3,250. So I'm interested to see how these imbalanced budgets are going to affect their buys in the upcoming rounds.
Cryptic trying to just remain hidden and completely away from everybody. I don't think anybody on Terra Squad's gonna find him.
Yeah, he's completely across the map. One of the interesting things about Cobblestone, wow, that was really close for RetroCube. 2 damage done to him. Must have been a little bit of a heart attack, but one of the weird things about Cobblestone is there's so many crevasses. There's also a porta potty that you can hide in, a giant like ivory tower with a ladder as the entrance. There's plenty of places to just go hide and preserve your weaponry. So saves are going to be a much more popular option on this map compared to something like Mirage or Dust 2, whose layout is completely memorized and very exploitable. And now we're seeing the effects of this imbalanced buy. Only a Mag 10 on KMZ and a Mag 7 on Micro.
The heavy push though. We are going to have guns against guns. Everybody's coming for B. Numbers out. KMZ the first one through. Micro picks Retro. KMZ does get Cryptic. Now looking for a second. Dies for their effort. Going down to Retro by the op. Retro looking for more. Finds a second. Angry Lego Man gets another. Exotic pin behind the box. But gets 2 in Micro and Retro. Looking for a third, but Angry Lego Man's going to put him down.
Yeah, a lot of damage towards Turtle Squad. It might be difficult for them to get a full buy. Might see a couple of FAMASas, maybe even a couple of UMP-12s into their hands, but they do get the round up, so 3-12. This is another map that can really be advantageous to the T side, depending on how audacious you plan to be with your rushes. B side provides a really good spot for you to still take some rounds if you're on eco, so more often than not, terrorists will wind up going 8-7 or 7-8, even score lines for them, and then from CT, it's all about just finishing out the round. So I think a lot of this has to do with both of these teams' T-side executions.
Heavy push. A lot of fire comes out, though. KMZ puts himself in a bad position, and Retro says, I've got the op snap. There's 2. He tries to make the third on the close point. Makes the no-scope there. Does get himself the 3-piece meal. Micro goes down a spray from Exotic. Now they're working up around that little tower. Statue providing a little bit of cover, but now completely exposed. Bert and Angry Lego Man take him down in short order.
Yeah, Retro, this time the one on Turtle Squad, did so much work there with the AWP. Both of those picks off of Plat stopped the push, and even though they decided to continue on trying to take B site, that no-scope just sealed the deal. You can't trade 3 for 1 if you expect to win the round. So Mizesquad again on eco. They are getting a lot of consolation money now. I think they're up to about 2,400 per round if they lose this one, and it only snowballs from there. So hopefully Turtle Squad can keep that monetary under control as long as they can keep their own budget in check.
Bert trying to grenade some spots early, but he's just not in the right place. There's one wide coming around on A. Potentially a second, but right now, bomb 3 stacked up in that upper ledge where Micro's looking. Managed to smoke it off.
Showing a lot of hesitation here. That smoke really makes Micro think himself twice. But Burt with the pick on Exotic on A site.
Great shot, but Rapid Robbie picks one up with a Deagle spray.
Yeah, fantastic long-range ability on those Desert Eagles. We've seen squads all over this tournament using the Deagle to its maximum advantage, but Retro has one with a scope. Let's see how he uses it.
He tried to get something there. Micro picks up a double with a Colt. Cryptic and Burt add in a pair of their own.
And Turtle Squad is kind of just running away with the first half of this first half. 5-2 is not the scoreline you want to see if you hope to meet AZO in grand finals. So Turtle Squad manages to not lose too many of their own there. They kept the majority of their rifles, even kept an AK-47 in the hands of Burt, a viable support rifler who, more often than not, can pull through on the clutch. So let's see if Mizesquad on this gun buy can finally get their foot in the door.
Both these teams looking for a second crack at AZO. Both their only losses were to AZO, obviously. Mizesquad in the last round. Turtle, I believe, was in round 2 or round 3 of the upper bracket.
AZO, unfortunately, was just swept through, didn't even have a game drop to either of these teams. But that's not to say that they, or actually, no, that's not true. Mizesquad did, in fact, take a game off them, brought them to 3, and what a nail-biter of a match that was. Retro, however, proving his own prowess in mid.
Does a little bit in response. Of course, we did see Turtle go very deep in rounds, looking for Micro there. Rapid Robbie does manage to find him, but Angry Lego Man's in the back of the site. He's taken down 2. Exotic puts him down. It's a 1v1. Let's see if they can get the bomb plan off.
Both players here with their signature weapons. It's just a matter of who peeks first and whose sightline aims true. Retro playing this very patient, but Exotic matches him 1 for 1.
Doesn't have to force here, but Exotic, if he doesn't check the corner here.
He saw the shadow.
He did. That's very unfortunate. Gave him totally the advantage there. That's why he put the shot down. No scoping it.
In his defense, in the 1v1, you rarely think about the angle of the sun and how that can affect your angle of approach. But overall, fantastic example of positioning by Retro. The star offer we've seen on Turtle Squad already gone 9-4, top fragging in the server. Meanwhile, Mizesquad, almost every player has 4 kills except for Exotic, rocking 6-6 as a clean 1-1 KD.
6 is unfortunate because the one that matters is where they're down. 2-6 in rounds. They need to win some back here. Micro throws the explosive up. Gonna buy them a little bit of time before anything can happen. Cryptic sitting nice and close. He's got the smoke. He's gonna launch that now. Here's the rush. Let's see if Angry Lego Man can get the flame down in time. Looks like he gets it at the perfect time. Burns 1 and Exotic. Mizesquad jumps out the window and takes him down. Burns looking the wrong way. Finally catches. Connects with Mizesquad. 3v2 here. Retro gonna peek. He's got low health. He throws the bomb away smartly before he does it. Oh, now he's gonna retreat and throws the bomb up higher. That's what he was doing.
Nice, very clever rotate maneuver. However, Retro Crew is pretty much trapped unless he wants to go through mid. I don't think he understands it fully, but if he goes through mid, he's pretty much got a clear shot right onto A site, but he took too long, and now Cryptic and Retro on their way, and Burt picks up one of his own.
Retro v Retro. We'll try to peek that corner heavily. Nobody really wants it. And Cryptic, standing a little further back, says, "It's okay, buddy. I got you covered."
Yeah, good job picking the wide angle there from Cryptic. He's definitely someone who's kind of shown his prowess at predicting enemy movement. One of the things I think people misappropriate with skill is they think, oh, you know, the tighter angle you can hold, the better of a player you are, you know, the faster reactions you have. But in reality, don't always hold the angle that's tightest. Hold the angle that's tightest that you can handle. And I think Cryptic is a great example of that. Yeah, he holds wide angles, but he gets the shots off, and that's why he's 5-4 and in losers finals of this tournament.
Big chance to move on here. That's what he's got to be looking for. Continually, a lot of incendiaries used very early in the game just to kind of set tone and set pace for you can or cannot go here. Micro throws the smoke this time instead of the incendiary. You see the molly come down. Micro forced to reposition a little bit. He does get flashed. He's going to come back around into the peak, and he takes down Mizesquad. Retro picks off Rapid Robbie as they're trying to come around here onto the B site. Retro steps around that statue and puts one down. Here, Lego Man just kind of spamming. Picks up 2 there through the smoke. Knew where they were, was told, and just says, all right, I'll put bullets on.
Retro is doing such a fantastic job of just dipping, ducking, and diving around that fountain, just trying to throw off the anticipations of Mizesquad and their attacks on B platform. I mean, that's the, what, 3rd time that he's able to get at least a double kill by taking advantage of their apprehensiveness?
Indeed, so now we have Houlihan would be very happy with the The ceremony of five Ds of dodgeball he's trying to pull off there.
CSGO, dodgeball, all games are the same. So now we see Mizesquad, actually the only man situated towards B site. Looks like they're switching up and heading A.
We see the smoke to stop the incendiary. Micro's got to run away. Oh, he takes one right in the ear. Fortunately, it didn't put him down, but he is sitting on 14 HP, but he continues to try and hold this angle.
Yeah, Mizesquad a little bit too confident with that placement there, and unfortunately that's going to cost him the life of an enemy. So now Micro is forced to retreat more towards B site, and it looks like this A is just there for the taking. Burt, the only man there, but what a man he is.
Plays great behind that smoke, sees just enough to know, hey, this is where I've got to fire, gets it down. He is down to 5 HP, though. The two members very low on HP. Let's see what they can do to continue this going.
I love the positioning here from Micro. Anyone from balcony is going to be checking your car, they're going to be checking your site, but they're not going to check on barrel, because I don't think they fully realize how much control CT has over the site now. It's been a lot of time, they've been able to get to rotate over, but the bomb is still in a neutral position. They're not committing to anything.
4 people all surrounding the bomb. Lego Man gets one nice, very nice pick. He's going to run into a spray of bullets there from Exotic. Burt picks up Retro, though. Now it's a 4-on-2.
Burt and Micro both one bullet away from getting taken out of commission, so it's just a matter of whether or not the bullet comes from him or them, and Burt gets him through the dome and through a car, it looks like.
A little bit of fire. Cryptic did take some damage there from Mizesquad. They've got the bomb. Can they get it
Micro by the barrel, they're not expecting this, and out he pops.
Not expecting the man at the back of sight, which is what he finds. Micro says, I like this spot, I just got a double here.
Fantastic use of movement, utilizing the barrels to kind of mix up his position. They expected him to be in that corner, but didn't expect him to peek out over the top and even shoot out over the arches. So fantastic positioning there from Micro, will secure them the round in 9-2. Things are looking very good if you're Turtle Squad. Mizesquad, same can't be said. So CZs for them, maybe going to be able to buy next round. They are going to have the full 3,400 for the consolation prize. But even then, they might be missing out on some utility, missing out on armor, maybe not helmets.
9-2 the score. Turtle Squad sitting very comfortably.
And Mizesquad making their way towards A. They're pretty much forsaking the idea of an A or a B push this time. I think Micro has basically scared them way off platform, so Burt still maintaining the upper, and instead they decide to go lower.
Yep, here they come rushing through, pushing right up mid. Angry Lego Man manages to get down 1, 2. Runs out of bullets, though, because of the silencer. Helps getting the assist, though, onto Rapid Robbie, and Micro cleans up with a triple-de-do of his own.
Fantastic spray from him, taking out KMZ from long range and the other 2 from very close. Fantastic control of his rifle. So now Turtle Squad sitting at 10-2 with a very stacked bank, almost 12K in the pocket for Retro. Uses it to buy the rest of his team plenty of toys for this upcoming round. If they can end this 13-2, this might be a very fast best of 3.
These rounds, I was going to say, these rounds are not going very long. They're actually burning through them quite quickly.
And we currently are on an 8-game win streak for Turtle Squad. Mizesquad is really going to have to pull deep if they want a little bit of an advantage going into the next half.
You see a heavy rush coming out onto B. CT have stacked for it, but they do get a 1-for-1 trade at the moment. Retro goes down in KMZ's hand. He's taken down 2, looking for a third on Cryptic. Cryptic and Micro respond with a pair of their own.
And Micro's good positioning here, but Exotic might catch him out.
Exotic does manage to catch him out. Now it's a 2-on-1. KMZ and Exotic both have taken a little bit of damage, both in the 70s. Burt's sitting on full health. Throws with the flash. Manages to find KMZ's head just over the top of that. Now there's going to be a smoke. Let's see if he can work it direction here. Exotic's poking forward. Oh, he's making.
Oh no, he didn't wait long enough.
He also didn't make a great smoke here, so he's got to win the fight here this way. Exotic comes back out, very aggressive considering he didn't have to force out there.
2 health. Balls of steel for Exotic as he guns him down and finally gets numbers on the board, breaking an 8-round win streak for Turtle Squad. 10-3. 10-5 is definitely a winnable score. It's not what you want playing T-side on Cobblestone, but it's way better than 12-3, so that's what they're gunning for now. But Turtle Squad is not forced to eco. That nest egg that they've been nursing for 8 rounds now is finally ready to be expended. Still got an op on Retro to command B site.
Like you said, go ahead and tap everything you've got. They've got the full buy. They're ready to compete. Retro doesn't have a helmet, though. Do have the AKs, so... There's a grenade. Should land right at Mizesquad's door. Only takes 41 damage, a little more than I thought originally. But Exotic is pushed up. Here comes the molly. That's going to force Angry Lego Man to to step back. He only took 5 damage, fortunately.
Yeah, but they have all the info. I mean, that's so many guns pouring out. They know for a fact that they're going to try to commit. And through the smoke, Mizesquad's retro falls.
Done by Lego Man there. Hooks up a great angle, waits to set himself up. Now we see Micro in rotation here.
Rapid Robbie staying way back. He wants to make sure that Burt doesn't get the rotate on him, and Exotic joins in this quest to stop any kind of surprise. He might have spotted the legs of Burt as he goes through that side room.
He may have. I don't believe that they did because nobody's looking for it. Lego Man picks up one. Rapid Robbie ends up getting Burt as they, like I said, I don't think they saw the feet, then forced into the fight. Micro hiding back on the site. This is going to be a pure 3-on-3 here. Cryptic wins 1, takes down 2, and jumps out. Micro gets number 3 on Rapid Robbie, and that puts them down 11-3. Puts Turtle back in control.
That's super rough. Micro and Cryptic with that fantastic positioning near balcony. Not only is one above the other, so it's 2 targets that are a little bit more difficult to hit than 2 in a row or lined up, but also they have access to not only sight, but almost everything in front of it, including above and behind trucks. So that kind of positioning basically gave them control over the entire site, despite the fact that they're 5 feet away from each other. So really good positioning on their part.
Couple of AKs to add to the power, and so we're going to have a little bit of a, what I would assume is a quick round. We've got all pistols and 1 AK, so likely just an eco force.
Could be trying something cheeky. We see the bomb headed towards B, but we've seen also quite a few fakes. KMZ right now positioned towards A, trying to lure out. But
there's a pair of kills. Now the Rapid Robbie does drop. Retro Q picks up another one, though. And a 4th. It's down Cryptic there. Very big. Make it 4-11.
Burt could do this, though. I mean, we've seen his prowess in this cut situation. We know he's a player that Turtle Squad can definitely depend on, but taking B site back, I mean, we've seen how hard it is for Mizesquad to take it. You think Burt can take it on his own?
1v2, he's got a chance here. He's going to come around the left side here. I think force something out of Exotic. Burt's going to catch. There he does get the 1. Throws the molly to the far side. He's going to give himself a smoke, but once again, it's not quite where the bomb is.
He's plenty of time in a kit, though.
Retro would have gone through the flame if he'd have been able to get there. Retro Q makes a very nice shot, takes down Burt.
Just a few rounds ago, we had a very similar situation, but a fantastic half from Turtle Squad, 11-4. That's one of the most lopsided halves we've seen, but we've seen equally lopsided halves that wind up going the way of the losing team. So we're going to have to see if Mizesquad can call their way back out of this hole and secure Game 1 in this best of 3.
Sitting on still just 2 players away from being ready, so hopefully we get that going back quick. Do want to let you know about our next giveaway. Again, all you need to be is an active viewer, so that means please stay tuned. Keep chatting in that Twitch chat to stay on that. We're giving away a Star Wars Destiny Awakening booster packs. The box contains 36 booster packs, each with 5 cars and 1 premium die. So just stay tuned, keep chatting, be a part of it. Who do you think's going to win? What are your predictions at this point? So Turtle Squad certainly making a good showing of why they deserve to be in Grand Finals and their shot back at AZO.
It sure takes a lot of faith to be able to say that Mizesquad is definitely winning this game. After all, 11-4 is such an overwhelming scoreline, but with the amount of comebacks we've seen just today, not even including those we saw yesterday alone, you know, it's practically expected for them to somehow pull a miracle. It's like the Airbud of CSGO. They're going to find a way to make it work. They're going to sub out Exotic and bring in Airbud.
I mean, how bad is it that you're substituted in for a dog?
If it's Airbud.
I mean, it's Airbud, but who wants to be that kid that's like, yeah, little Timmy, we need you to sit out so that Airbud can play. And it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, cool, you guys win, but dog is playing.
A golden retriever has taken my spot. And as they rush onto B side, pistol shots ring out.
Sir, I believe you missed that he is a golden receiver as Micro and Retro take down Rapid Robbie and Mizesquad real quick. Retro Q's going to take one from Micro as he tries to jump to the window, and a second one's going to join, but KMZ is going to win that fight. Angry Lego Man's going to move into the high position and shoot down, taking it all down. Only 39 seconds for that round. We're at 12-4. This Turtle Squad likely sets themselves up to put this away quickly.
Fortunately, KMZ got his behind pinched like a secretary in the 60s, and they go up 12-4. But it was a very rough situation for them. That was far from clean. A super scrappy fight. Winds up not entirely working in their favor, and now neither of these teams have a stable economy. I mean, we're looking at single digits, actually 0 money on 5 players, split 3-2 across the teams.
Unsure if that bounce was intentional. I think that was a bounce gone wrong on that molly grenade.
It looked intentional. It looked cool.
Interesting play for sure. But 4 stacked here on B. Turtle Squad seem like they're going to eventually work the bomb towards A, especially if they can find this pick here onto Burt. Excuse me, onto KMZ. He did take a few rounds there, down to 71.
Now look at the rotation call. All 4 CTs are charging through mid, but they can't get there in time. Except the Ts look like they're actually outmaneuvering them.
Taking their time, a pair go back and forth. KMZ takes down Burt, but dies in response. Now we see the bomb coming back B. 2 members of my squad sitting here on A. Now they're finally rotating back around. Angry Lego Man thinks he's got one jumping through the window here. Loses the battle to Exotic. Rapid Robbie takes down Cryptic. Retro gets 1, 2. Looking for 3 on the right side. Now we're in a 1v1.
Exotic, unfortunately, only has a MAC-10 to his name. He does have that CZ, though. But Retro with that AK. Just 2 shots to Exotic's chest can put him out of misery.
All he'd need. Well, let's see how long they can survive out here.
Yeah, bomb isn't down yet. If he can just control that.
Exotic spotted him out and got some nice damage, down to 20% here, so he will get the bomb plant down. Exotic is walking in, taking his time.
Here's the thing. Retro needs 1 shot onto Exotic. Exotic needs 2 on the Retro, so he can trade, but Retro spots him out quick. And that's another round for Turtle Squad as they inch closer and closer to cinching game 1.
He almost looked towards double doors for the transition between A and B, but fortunately stuck and positioned himself well so that he could cut off a few other angles and only watch where eventually he did come out. So, well done there.
Fantastic play from him. We see actually a lot of really good clutch players. We know Exotic on Nuke that we just saw in the last series, and Mizesquad both securing a 1v2 or a 1v3 clutch. I can't remember which was which. But then we also see Retro, Bird, and Micro, 3 fantastic fraggers who do great in high-stress situations. And KMZ doesn't know what he's getting himself into here.
We're getting an A rush. There's only 1 member on A, slightly behind it now, completely behind 4 members. Micro spamming with that MAC-10. He's about to have a second challenger, though. Burt comes around, works onto it. Turtles quickly working through some members. They've got 3 down on my squad. Exotic falls to Angry Lego Man, and there goes Rapid Robbie.
Kills almost even across the board. Bird, however, steals the teammates away from Cryptic. 14-4. Things are looking rough for Mizesquad. They are definitely going to have to buy out here. They can't risk it going to tie point. They don't want to play OT. We've seen Mizesquad in the OT situation. We saw it yesterday, and we know that they do not do super well. When they went up against Azio, after 2 OTs, they just looked washed. So they want these games to last short.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it over quickly. And the good thing is, Cryptic, who we've seen absolutely go off and have some great moments, is only 8, 5, and 8 right now, and they don't need him to be it anymore.
Yeah. No, he's practically getting his frags taken away from him by the rest of the team. Right now, Retro doing a fantastic job with that AWP. 20 kills for him and 20 for Micro. This is the Micro we're used to seeing. This is who we saw yesterday and who we saw in our last set.
Bombs coming wide around on long A here. Only KMZ on A. That's how they continue to 4-stack. Leave KMZ alone, let him do what he does. Cryptic and Mizesquad get into a battle, and Mizesquad takes the winner of that.
Definitely didn't expect to see a CT just sitting in the window. Exotic, however, finds 2 and takes both down. Retro, however, busts back.
He's going to stall the bomb. KMZ is patient, looks back towards mid. Now he's seen the final player, so there's going to be the call out. Retro needs to stall and hide, gets 1 on Retro Q.
You know, Retro's positioning, he might just be able to do it if he plays his cards right.
KMZ
He just gets overrun.
Looking for the finish, and they got it, so that'll be 5-14 for my squad.
Alright, so definitely still a mountain to climb, but again, we've seen so many comebacks, it wouldn't even surprise me if they managed to claw their way to at least a decent-looking scoreline. But again, Retro and Micro doing so much work, undoubtedly the best players in the server. We've got 22 and 8 for Retro and 20 and 11 for Micro, doing such a good job defending that B site, and those rotates through mid, mwah, molto bene. Meanwhile, Exotic and KMZ, 13 kills apiece with much more deaths.
I think we're going to see another shot at an A rush here. You see 1 member splitting off. There's the rush pushing through mid here. Micro, Cryptic, and Burt quickly pushing up, but they're going to be met by KMZ. He's got the AK. Now he's looking on the wide side. He's going to smoke it off and come back mid. He gets Burt. There's bomb down. Retro fires through the smoke. Does take him down, but he did get a 2-for-1 on that. Mizesquad comes out of the smoke. He gets one, but dies instantly in retaliation. Your Lego man got a decent setup here. He's going to have a shot at multiple members.
Again, I don't think they know about the man on site.
I think
If they don't spot
Rapid Robbie
Exotic
hiding back there.
all they're doing.
Just sees the head. Pops it off. Retro goes down.
Wow. That angle held by Rapid Robbie just secured the entire round for them. I mean, they couldn't take much more punishment. If Exotic falls, that's one of the pillar of frags just yanked out from under them. But that insane angle by Rapid Robbie, perfect read on movement, that alone, I think, won them the round. So Turtle Squad stays at 14 on the cusp of victory, but not quite there yet. Until they can assure a tie, I don't think they can rest easy.
No, even then I wouldn't rest easy, because we know how ties can go.
Into double overtime.
Exactly. Neither team with any margin of error, really, at this point.
So Retro, without his AWP, is pretty much helpless to this push. Instead, we see him over on the B site without his weapon of choice.
Z watching, but nobody's home. I think we're going to get a big rush here after the grenades. Here they all come out.
Triple flash, very well executed, and Burt gets the first kill, capitalizing on such a flash.
Exotic gets spotted out hiding in the corner, but Mizesquad gets some help from Rapid Robbie and puts a few down. Micro finally puts down Mizesquad.
Now KMZ, the man left to lurk, is the only man left standing at all, and he is able to get the rotate out. If he comes through quickly, he might be able to catch him off guard.
Bomb got caught out, now he's got the bomb down.
Yeah, Micro just wasn't ready for that rotate.
Peeks aggressively and pops him through the head, through the tree.
A collat through Mother Nature herself. The 1v2 clutch definitely facilitated by only the CC75 being in favor of Turtle Squad. So a very successful eco. I mean, they took away a bunch of guns. Angry Logo Man isn't going to be able to have a full buy now. Neither is Micro, neither is Cryptic. Meanwhile, Mizesquad, they got all the money in the world. Sure, they have to hook up a FAMAS, but other than that, all the money in the world.
They did spend a lot of it there, so if they do lose, it's going to be hard to... Need to get at least one to keep the economy going, to have even a shot here at a tie. Dancing around, we see Angry Lego Man just firing, spamming at that deagle at the doors.
Mizesquad going for a pretty clever rotate, but doesn't see anyone dropping down. I imagine the CTs are a little nervous. Usually they already have the information by now as to what site they're at least biased towards, but here they haven't even seen a terrorist.
Exotic puts some rounds down range, but finds nothing to claim home.
Interesting op angle held by Retro Q.
Super weird angle. But if you know where your teammates are, it can work for you.
Got his angles covered, that's for sure. Mizesquad, I don't know how KMC got so low, but that could cost him later. I mean, that's, what, 1 CZ, maybe 2 CZ bullets away from death?
Burt definitely knows there's an op on site at B. He definitely heard the zooms. Cryptic gets one on KMZ. Now they're pushing in. Rapid Robbie's going to catch Burt not looking at his corners.
Fantastic patience from him. And Micro falls as well due to Retro Q's pistol play.
Micro didn't even get one thanks to the help from the teammate. But Angry Lego Man's got an AK. Puts down one.
Bomb is down, health is even. It's all a matter of who's best in these high-intensity situations. And Exotic, we know, has proven himself.
Angry Lego Man goes down by Exotic. Now he's pushing forward. He's trying to be maybe a little aggressive. They're together a little bit. Exotic exposes, but Rapid Robbie manages to put one through the wall and put him down.
Yeah, he was unable to disengage in time. He might have been able to jump down off of the platform, circle around truck, place some ring around the Rosie, at least stall. But now 14-18, and if I'm Turtle Squad, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous.
Ring around the Rosie can be fun.
As long as you're not the one getting blood.
Exactly.
And so we do see the op pickup by Retro, but we also see the op pickup by the other Retro. Of course, they are both oppers with the same name. And based on his prowess at defending B's side, I can't imagine Turtle Squad wanting to run head first into the op.
Conveniently both at the bottom, too. KMZ ran very aggressively down that long hallway and was able to get a kill for it. Able to collapse, pick up a second in Cryptic. Finds Micro for 3.
Finally taken down, but that's 3 kills with the long-range M4 headshots. We've seen him do it before. That's basically what he specializes in. So fantastic play from him. So Mizesquad is looking pretty lost right now. While they do have the man advantage, they don't actually have location known on the bomb. The only thing that they do know is someone's in drop down, and no way is he going to peek that.
There's no rush right now, though. We can make this 9-14. We're suddenly talking about a very different game than what we were talking 5 rounds ago.
Exotic's angle could be huge here. Very patient. Very patient.
Picks up the double because of it. Very well done.
Fantastic. That's the difference between the good and the bad players. Let's be honest. If I was playing, you bet I'd just aim for the first guy's legs, miss every shot, and then die. But players like these, there's a reason they're here.
You're not alone on that. I definitely would have shot, completely missed. In fact, you took the words right out of my mouth.
So Turtle Squad does manage to scrounge up a pretty competitive buy, lacking a little bit on utility for Micro, but he's known more for his fragging than his utility. But Mizesquad, they've got every tool in the world and all the time to use it.
Looks like we're going to get a B rush, finally. A lot of grenades, preventing people from moving in certain directions that they'd like to. Mizesquad had a great shot on seeing a lot. Cryptic catches one, comes around the statue, gets a second. There's 2 more on the site for CTs.
Fast bomb flank. Can Retro Q stop it in time?
No, he cannot. He also had the op, so he's point blank, dangerous place to be. Retro Q does find Angry Man. KMZ gets down Retro. Micro and Cryptic find 2 of their own. KMZ gets a kill. Now it's KMZ versus Bert.
He has the information. A little bit more ring around the rosy. Talking about exploiting the fountain. Both of these players are good at it, but KMZ's more experienced.
Bert around the backside, I believe.
Oh, he spotted the gun barrel.
Yes, he did. Very
rough stuff. Luckily, he does have the kit there. It almost made me a little bit scared when you reached for that op and that music started playing. But he does get the bomb defused, and now KMZ keeping his team alive.
Very big, important play. We do have enough money for a full buy, and it looks like that's what we're getting from Turtle Squad. 2 members already purchased. We do get another op back onto Retro Q from Mizesquad.
Yeah, they started getting max consolation money last round, and since they didn't completely buy out, they are able to afford AKs and a good chunky utility, lots of helmets, so no one-shot headshots from Mizesquad, aside, of course, from Retro with the op. And now it's just a matter of how long can they delay the push, and the bomb is already headed towards B, and they're on plat, wasting no time.
No time at all as they're starting to push out, but Rapid Robbie's getting some rounds into multiple people. Help from Exotic, make sure they put down 2. 2 members still there, pushed up heavily. Bomb is thrown back. Exotic has to jump forward through the smoke, and Bert takes him down, through the flame.
That's good that Bert was able to even out the man advantage even just a little bit, but 3v4 is tough. T's have the advantage of kind of choosing where the bomb goes and where the engagement takes place, but they know for a fact that the rotate to A would probably meet them with a lurker, and indeed it would, as KMZ circles around for a flank. Mizesquad taking his place on A site. On a balcony position, though, very deep. If they do decide to rotate, that's likely an angle that they might forget to check.
Your Lego man splatters KMZ right between the eyes.
So now we do, in fact, have an even man size. Mizesquad taking a page out of the enemy's book and heading for those barrels. He saw how effective it was for KMZ, how effective it was for Micro as well.
Your Lego man's about to step around the corner. I thought that was an enemy stepping around there. I was ready for some excitement to pop off. It's like, why aren't you shooting? Retro and Rappa.
Wow.
Robbie take down 3 total.
Rabble-rousing Rabid Robbie.
Rifles.
Down 2 on the site. It's now 14-11. I mean, how can this is a little bit of a chokesy, ain't? I mean, how many rounds has it been? Yeah, 7 rounds in a row now. They've got max consolation money, but they do have to eco now, so that's probably going to be a 14-12 scoreline unless they pull off some kind of miracle. It's like they keep just trying the B-plat rush over and over and over again. Sure, they'll wait 5 seconds, they'll wait 50 seconds. It doesn't matter. If Retro's got his op, you're not taking B. So they decide to head for A, and they might just completely pass by KMZ and get onto site scot-free.
They're going to walk it. Important thing here. They're making no noise. Not rushing in here with these deagles. They do have a shot here.
Yeah, rotate's called though. Retro is on his way. He's just in time to watch the angle from door.
KMZ not pushing through too aggressively, but finally some shots ring out, and now everybody knows what's going on. Retro Q finds one with that op. Mizesquad's got a shot with his M4, but isn't able to take anybody down. Micro works around back, takes down 2 with his deagle. Finds a third
Wow.
one peeking.
Crazy deeg play from all these players lined up Napoleonic Warfare style. Retro, about to peek.
Retro peaked maybe a little early, gets spotted out because of it. Micro finds one and Exotic looking for the second. Does find Rapid Robbie and
Micro with
puts
the
it down.
Deagle-only ace. Probably one of the most impressive 5 sprees we've seen so far in this tournament. Not only does that secure a huge ego boost, it puts him at 15-11. This is match point.
What an eco
Insane
round.
play.
What an absolutely crazy eco round.
I told you, unless they pull off a miracle, and indeed a miracle was pulled off. 14-11, match point for Turtle Squad to secure Game 1 in their berth for the Grand Finals. Again, they head towards long. A lot more even of a spread here. They don't want to take any chances. They know they have the economic advantage. Want to keep those sight lines long.
Dancing around from everybody, some posturing up, but nobody really pushing any aggressive lines at the moment.
Yeah, they have the bomb stationed way far back, including a man guarding it. They definitely don't want to get caught out. Maybe they're just trying to test the patience of my squad.
Mizesquad chilling in this window, dancing around. Finally, we switch off to KMZ.
Did he
He's
spot
backing
Retro
away.
there?
May have.
Yeah.
He's
He
got
does,
that mag, so not a whole lot he's going to accomplish.
Might think he had the op, so he definitely doesn't want to take that re-peek. It is the M4, but that long-range skill we've seen from Retro numerous times, it might as well be an op on full auto. Well, since the securities is lured out, maybe Retro takes a look behind him.
He is pushing out now. Mizesquad ready to help out. They've got 3 on B site. Still no commitment to bomb. 43 seconds remaining. They're going to have to make a decision eventually.
Yeah, very little utility left for CT. They're really just going to have to rely on their guns to win them this round.
Here come Cryptic and Angry Lego. Push out a little bit. Oh, fire damage. Now can finally push out. Just gave away the important information, but beats Rapid Robbie in the exchange. And somebody exposes mid, but wow, they win. There was the op from Retro, but he did not manage to land the tag. Exotic takes down 2.
Yeah, but look at the Mag 7 and KMZ. That's not going to help him out too much. They're going to spot him if he tries to rotate through balcony. If he tries to come through lower, well, he might as well have no gun at all.
You get the plan onto A. Here on the back of site, though. The Slag 7 gets 1 kill.
Damn, the hand cannon takes him down with 1 shot. Now it's just Exotic, and he gets popped by Burt from below. Fantastic positioning in the crossfire, and that's 16-11. Turtle Squad taking Game 1 in best of 3 losers finals.
Absolutely a difficult gun to shoot. Ever shot one in real life, Bright?
A Desert Eagle?
Yes, sir.
I saw one at a pawn shop once. It was bright gold. Does that count?
Not quite, but that thing will darn near rip your hand off. I got to fire one last year in Vegas.
That is exactly where you would be firing a Desert Eagle.
Oh, absolutely. I fired a multitude of guns.
Well, I can hardly wait to see this next game, but until we get all our players loaded in, we won't bore you with the sad stuff. Until Game 2, this is Brightside.
And this is Mez.
And stay tuned for more CSGO. Hello and welcome back to Game 2 of Losers Finals on the road to DreamHack Austin. 2 teams have fought their way through the lower bracket in order to arrive here at the final penultimate game of this entire tournament, and this decides who will go against Azion Gaming in Grand Finals for their shot at 5 BYOC premium tickets and $1,500 in travel expenses.
To confirm on that, we actually are only here on the second map, so if Turtle Squad wins, they will move on. My squad will have to win 2 in a row. Ooh, some nasty knife work coming out there from Micro.
Yeah, both of these teams have had the ability to read each other a little bit on overpass, adapt to each other's puggy and individual-based styles, and now it's just a matter of how their teamwork can blast them forward onto Mirage. Now, I do believe that this is Mizesquad's individual map pick, which we did see yesterday in one of their series. I believe they did pretty darn well, too. But it's all a matter of whether or not they can take it over an opponent that they've never gone against before on this map, that being Turtle Squad, who also has proven their worth on this map multiple times in the tournament.
I'm trying to find their score lines from earlier. Definitely very comfortable against everybody except AZO, who they obviously lost to earlier.
Yeah. but they did not go down without a fight. AZO has had to fight for every game that they've won in the upper bracket, and while they have secured their berth in grand finals, both of these teams are searching to do the same. Mez, tell me a little bit about the players here. Who do you want to watch the most in this game?
I'm expecting Cryptic to have a big game. Really quiet last game. Didn't have a whole lot going on yet. The team did very well, despite. But if they're going to win quickly, I think it would be a Cryptic.
Cryptic might have been charging his reserves during the last game on Cobblestone and is ready to let it all out. But in terms of Turtle Squad's players, one of the most interesting has got to be Bert. Now, Bert has not been putting up a massive amount of frags all game, but something to note is he has won every single 1v2 clutch that he's been in that I can recall, and overall just does an amazing job as a lurker or just as a defensive rifler. He seems to be able to entry, support rifle. He seems to be able to do it all. He can do it all well. So I'm curious to see how he's going to adapt to Mirage, where that kind of map knowledge and map exploitation matters so much. So now we're getting started. Turtle Squad on CT side. Definitely the favorable map position for them. A lot of long sight lines and economic advantage can lead to sites being pretty much just completely locked down. But we'll see if Mizesquad's individual skill can overpower that deficit.
You get 4 armors. There is the 5th now. And all 5 armors on the other side. So no utility from either side. We're just going to shoot everything out here. And there's going to be a quick push from Mizesquad. They're headed for mid. One does go towards B through apartments.
Yeah, they do have the bomb position towards B's site. Micro and Bert unable to help too much if they decide to burst in on the scene. But actually, it looks like they're headed more towards mid. Exotic is the only man headed towards apartments.
I think they were expecting a rush. Now they're a little bit surprised. Ooh, careful. KMZ fortunately did not take a shot from his own teammate there. This kid was looking right down the barrel.
Yeah, they're over on connector now, and it's trying to get shot through, but Angry Lego Man finds his own kill and Retro and
All
Cryptic
5 kills. Bert adds in 1. Exotic does find a return onto Cryptic, but now it's 1v4. Retro misses with the first few shots. Was that a burst fire?
That was indeed a burst fire from the Glock. A rare sight indeed, and even rarer seeing it kill.
Nastily done by Exotic.
Yeah, if any player can win this, Exotic can. I mean, his pistols have been insane all tournament long, but even this is a tall order for him.
Exotic has an idea of where Micro is. Had a chance to get the bomb, but couldn't quite get there. Takes Bird out of the deal.
Now a 1v2, a 1v5 pistol ace? Are you kidding me? He's already got 3 under his belt.
Manages to make
No
the turn.
way.
What
No,
a
he
play.
can't do this.
This bomb is huge. Bomb plan is huge no matter what.
Yeah, no, there's a
The
timer
win
on Micro.
epic.
But this is one of the best fraggers the Turtle Squad has to offer. The 1v1 for round 1 in game 2.
Standing all alone, dancing to the right, trying to find Micro. Oh, Micro just manages to squeeze away through the door of reasonable doubt and picks up the big round win here at the start of the second map.
That was insane. The team ace on Turtle Squad versus the 4K on Mize proves that teamwork really does make the dream work on the road to DreamHack. And so Turtle Squad is going to pick up that initial advantage early in the round. It's important to note that Turtle Squad did win game 1 against Mizesquad on Cobblestone. So if they win this, they're headed straight to grand finals up against AZO eSports.
I see what you did there. I liked it.
Thanks. So we see a pretty quick rotate towards mid. Maybe just looking to use those range advantage to their, to their prowess.
Nice shot. Exotic manages to pick Angry Lego Man and not kill his teammate. May have put some rounds into Rapid Robbie though. Exotic shooting for Cat, but nothing approaching those smokes.
Yeah. Clever boost up here in the sniper's nest. This may catch them off guard if they decide to go on A site.
Cryptic's pushed up on Cat. Hasn't exposed yet. Exotic's retreating around.
Micro's positioning is clever here. May be able to catch Rapid Robbie out of position.
Bomb is fairly committed, which is weird that MiceQ and Exotic are backing out. Rapid Robbie does go down.
Great
KMT
flash
takes down
there.
Bert, pushing into A. It's going to be a 2-on-1, eventually a 3-on-1 as Exotic comes around here. That's Micro retreating from CT, hiding behind the box.
Yeah, good positioning there near ticket, but it's not enough, and he falls through the smoke.
Spray.
MiceQ, really good positioning here. Cryptic isn't expecting this.
Looking down the angle, though, certainly treated it like he knew.
So now it looks like yet another 1 eco. Retro, the last hope Turtle Squad has to maintain their lead.
Retro gets one, but dies immediately after.
Yeah, Crossfire too strong. He does take down one, but even then it was a 3-man Crossfire. You can't get out of that alive unless you're a superhuman. You know, like doing a 1v5 pistol ace. So Mizesquad will pick that up and gain the economic lead, and now Turtle Squad looking in shambles. Doesn't buy a single thing, except for a little bit of armor. Oh, they are opting for some upgraded pistols. Maybe they can win an eco of their own. So they head towards mid, trying to use that elongated weaponry, again, to their advantage.
But there's an awkward push, and here is KMZ. He hears all of the noise happening that's A ramp.
Most likely giving the call to go B, and indeed they do, but the site isn't completely
there. Slows everything down. KMZ picks up 2, chilling around in T-spawn. Rapid Robbie picks up another. They're going to get bomb planted in B with ease. Retro is coming around. There goes Retro.
Again, that skill with the Deagle. So many of these players, due to the hitbox updates that took place a little bit more than a year ago, that plus the fabulous 128 tick servers offered by CEVO, the best company for all of your pugging needs, are what these guys are playing on, hence probably why they're using the Deagle so much. I guarantee you if this was 64 tick, they'd be a little bit more hesitant. But on CEVO, the servers are perfect and are exactly what they need for this competitive edge.
What's the difference?
Oh, between 64 and 128 tick?
Yeah, absolutely.
So 64 tick servers only check for things like movement, hit scan weaponry, only 64 times a second. Meanwhile, CEVO offers it 128. That's twice as much. And what that means is there's not going to be as many hit reg issues. All movement's going to be smoother. And lots of other goodies, just even more consistent aiming and mouse patterns. All this is available through plenty of plugging sites, but CEVO, I think, is the only one that you can access for free. So be sure to take advantage of that awesome offer for more pugs and to get your team in high gear.
Angry Lego Man's hiding here in the corner. He's able to get one. Pretty well pinned in, and now they're just forcing in there. Mizesquad ends up picking up the kill. Micro's still alive, however.
Interestingly enough, in a weird way, he actually has control of the bomb. He has a little bit of a crossfire setup.
Everybody rotated out, but Rapid Robbie finds him, spots him out, puts him down.
And defending the site from Catwalk, there's a little bit of a risky position. They did go hunting for the man in ladder. Would have worked out in their favor. So finally, Turtle Squad gets their hands on some real weaponry, including that op in the hands of Retro, likely going towards mid. Actually, a double op setup, one in the hands of Cryptic, most likely going to Ace site as the rotate from Sniper's Nest to Ace, just a couple of seconds.
Well, yeah, appreciate you answering. I actually didn't know about different tick rates, so.
Yeah, no, it's a huge aspect of the game. Whenever you see pros playing, they're always on 128 servers, never 64.
There's a
Look
reason
at all those flashes.
There's a reason I play 144 hertz.
Similar concept, actually.
Cryptic the wrong way. Just drops it down with the flick and catches one in the head. Suddenly realizes there's people all around him.
He's in a rough spot.
Works left side, finds another. And bang again.
The Cryptic just dissecting the offensive from the terrorists. Right now, KMZ is the only one left alive, and there's no way he can wallbang through those thick bricks. And so Burt gets this easy defuse even without a kit.
Very unfortunate there for Mizesquad, but very great thing for Turtle Squad.
Yeah, KMZ will be able to keep his rifle, but they have oodles of cash. 5,800 is the lowest amount on Retro Q, and he immediately drops it all on an op. Or, excuse me, an AK-47 rather, and so he's got full armor, full utility, and now this is looking like a real gun round. I don't think either of these teams could be more stocked up.
Double op versus no op. So let's see what we can have as far as separation goes.
Yeah, Retro Q and KMZ both proving themselves vital with the scoped weapon.
Cryptic's gonna find himself a lot of people. Puts one down, rushing the apartments. Push down a second, he retreats around, finds a third. Looking for mighty number 4. Retro tries to help out from Market, but he doesn't find home. Cryptic comes around, Burt and Retro with the kills. Cryptic did drop there, but he did get a triple kill before he went down.
Yeah, died 3 kills too late. Cryptic has made it very clear, if I have an op and you come B, you will die. Maybe not you, but at least 3 of your teammates will.
That was
Fantastic
really impressive.
Play control.
He dissected that 4-man unit. He took the front out, didn't get a chance because he was reloading on the second, but took out the third, and they had no idea in what order to deal with it.
Something that's worth noting, though, is Mizesquad is doing a really good job of, even if the front man gets taken out, they don't break momentum. They continue to charge forward. Obviously, it isn't working out for them too much in these gun rounds, but in ecos, that can mean the difference between 1 dead or 5.
Important for sure. You know, not enough people understand when you call for a rush, when you go for it, when you're really committing, don't stop. If you stop and shoot, you're going to slow down, and Retro makes a nice pick as they try to transition onto the catwalk, and now they've got to separate quickly.
Yeah, that was a great flick right before the smoke bloomed. The bomb is positioned towards A, but Micro's in a great stance to stop it in its tracks.
Micro finds a kill on a Retro Q. KMZ works out onto A, gets one, but falls down, and there's the bomb down.
Yeah, it was a great spray transfer attempt, but just didn't go through with that kind of range. Now this round's pretty much over.
Makes some noise, and now they know he's in the window.
Yeah, at only 2%. I mean, tickle his toesies, and he'd fall, and Exotic gets his toesies tickled harder than ever. Drops from 100 to 0.
About to come around the corner and eat some bullets, and sure enough, Mizesquad right there, holding the line, puts him down.
And Turtle Squad maintaining that lead. After they won the pistol round, I was for sure that they would go up 3-0, but then after that reverse eco, they've gotten their 3 rounds in a row anyway. Great stuff from them. It's worth noting, though, the economy situation's super imbalanced for Mize. Mize himself has already picked up the AK, but Retro Q is unable to afford so much as an AK-47, so mostly Deegs and a CZ on Retro Q.
That's going to stop this rush right here. They're actually going to try and push right through it. Says, we'll take the damage.
Oh my god, look where the bomb went. It couldn't have gone in a worse spot.
To be honest, I don't know that I like this. I mean, this is Mizesquad completely giving up on a round. I understand it's an eco round, but they had 2 people just completely run through the flame and die. But at least a shot would have been worth, you know, especially with the bomb in front.
Yeah, they did get 1 kill, but honestly, Turtle Squad has so much cash saved up, it's not even worth it. They've been dying so little this round, 4 or 5 across the board. Meanwhile, Mizesquad, 6 or 7 is the average. So they finally get their hands on an op. Mizesquad, however, looks like he's only got a deagle to his name. Very imbalanced purchase. With an op finally in the hands of KMZ, maybe he can work his way towards the site with a little bit more safety, or by taking mid control.
We see 3 members of Mizesquad pushing up mid. Bert finds Retro hiding under the underpass.
Fantastic movement read.
Now we see the other 3 members push up into high mid, working their way down. Bert's in connector. So if somebody exposes, they're going to find it go horribly wrong for them.
Smoke out of Sniper's Nest makes it more and more difficult to retake mid.
Bert's seen out there by Rapid.
What?
Just under the smoke. There was just enough there to offer a little bit of light differential.
I need to put my glasses on. These guys are too next level.
Mizesquad looking for a tight angle, but he doesn't want to shoot out that window and let everybody know he's there yet.
Cryptic using a little bit of a jump technique, trying to expose himself as little as possible while gaining as much info as possible. And he's probably calling the rotate towards A right now.
Retro finds Exotic coming out of Palace. Sees one on the stairs, finds him, looks down, finds another. Tic-tac-toe, that's 3 in a row.
Retro dismantling the offensive here. He's going so hard. 10-4 is the scoreline on round 8. Mizesquad probably feeling a little bit underwhelmed with his own op play after that one.
See if he can find anything here. Doesn't have the bomb. He's got 28 seconds. Likely just trying to survive. Micro, if only would turn around, or Retro. Nobody seems to want to find him as he's sifting through connector now.
Yeah, strange position. That's really not where you want to save.
Chance here. If he turns right. Oh, Mizesquad misses.
Oh, Mizesquad.
Finds 1 kill out of it, though, in Retro. Comes over the top of the stairs,
Whoa.
finds a second shot through the wall. Can he find 3? Yes, he can.
Oh my god, Mizesquad showing Retro, you are not the only opper in the server, young man. And he keeps the op for his trouble. Does lose the round, does a lot of damage, but 13,300 for Bert means that his whole team is awash in cash, and Cryptic decides he wants to get in on the action too. Double up setup for the CTs on round 10.
Both these oppers need to take a shower because they are absolutely filthy.
Just the battle for mid control alone is so exciting. We don't even need to look at the rest of the map.
A lot of fire coming out here, ramp.
Close.
Everybody wants to play very aggressive on ramp right now. Retro takes a shot into the smoke, almost had Exotic there.
Gets smoked out of snow.
Forcing out, caught, grenades out.
Whoa.
Micro and Bert both go down to the CZ-75. Exotic's gonna catch Angry Lego Man coming around a corner. Now looking for another, but Cryptic says no. I am not going to go quietly into that gentle good night.
Unfortunately, Retro.
Retro says, yes, you will.
Man, that was a non-stop action round there from Mizesquad. That's the kind of aggressiveness that we're used to seeing from them. And usually we see it on more individual bias maps. We saw it on Cash. We saw it a little bit on Cobblestone. We saw shades of it at least. And that's the kind of skill and confidence they need if they want to overtake Turtle Squad. So now Mizesquad themselves opting for the double op setup. Mizesq and KMZ both trying to show what they can do with the scope rifle. Meanwhile, Retro, the only long-range fighter on his own squad. And so the battle for mid begins.
6 rounds. Retro makes a pick. Micro also takes down Retro Q. He got Burt to start the round. Dancing around there, seen, but doesn't take a bullet until the very end from Exotic.
Yeah, that's rough. That always feels bad getting shot through the smoke by a spray. But now double ops in the 3v3, that's not what you want.
Exotic playing a dangerous game, making a lot of noise. But Retro hasn't peeked around, does finally peek and picks KMZ for all his troubles.
Yeah, crazy maneuver there, really taking advantage of the smoke's kind of less opaque edges there. That's what separates the good and the bad oppers, you know? And Mizesq, he's still got a little bit more to learn if Retro has anything to teach. Now, very quiet on the western front as they hope to secure a site, just trying to avoid any kind of rotate. Bomb near connectors, so they do have options, but it's just Mize and Exotic. 2 men versus the world.
Western front was certainly where you would want to be.
Especially more of the Middle Eastern front, I guess. Or maybe Africa. No, that's Arabic, right?
Well, in that particular case, we're talking World War I, World War II. So.
Did they have ops in World War I?
No. You're talking a Springfield 1903, a Kar 98, a Mauser Nagant.
Eolden rifle.
They're of choice, bolt action.
Well,
Exotic working in the site here. They allow them to take it 1 CT, 1 Palace.
Whoa.
Palace is going to come out and get the free kill on Bomb Planner. Taking his time, though.
There.
Oh, beautiful play by Exotic. Puts him around the corner. And Mizesquad walks right into his
Whoa.
Retro. Says, eat 1 singular bullet.
Got ESP predicting that movement onto the stairs. Could have been great communication, or could just be something beyond our comprehension. Fantastic counterplay within Turtle Squad. Brings them up to 7-4. Cementing that 3-round lead they established 5 rounds prior. All right, so I know it isn't at the half yet, and usually we save this kind of thing for then. Give me your estimations. What do you think it's going to be?
My squad's going to have one hell of a season round, is all I have to say.
I think if Turtle Squad manages to get 10 rounds, I think it's all over. I think that's just too far gone. And Retro makes sure they get closer and closer to that golden number.
I would agree with you on that one. The sniper is picked up there. Over sitting on the bomb.
Burden connector may pose a thorn in the side.
Retro opens window again. He may have a shot. Retro Q pushing up. He finds both Micro and Retro. He's blind now. Burt sitting in connector gets taken down by Rapid Robbie.
What turned into a great position turned out to be nothing more than just target practice for the op.
Bomb's going to be swung around T-spawn. Coming up A ramp now. Cryptic still holding on the side in market. I think Angry Lego Face is going to hear some noise here. Let's keep pushing forward. Angry Lego Face has gone CT. Hiding in the smoke, very close to Retro Q. Retro Q takes him down.
A little bit of a spasms at the end there, but Cryptic in the long range situation, that op comes in handy. But 11 HP.
Spotted out. He's going to run. He just wants to run and stay alive.
I just want to run it away. I don't actually know what song that's from. I just know that one lyric. But from that alone, I know I love the song. So Cryptic is going to keep himself alive. Most likely, he's in a spot that can't be wall banged, at least not easily. Unless Retro Q gets the angle here, and indeed he does, but Cryptic gets it first.
There's a lot of potentials for Runaway. You've got Runaway by Linkin Park. You've got Janie's Got a Gun.
Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi. She's a little runaway.
Yeah.
That's my Bon Jovi impression. What else?
I like it.
It was a 1975 song, maybe?
But yeah, don't forget Run Away from the Pain.
Oh, well, that's adding more words. That's cheating.
Well, I mean, if you're putting for where it's at.
Look at this buyout from Turtle Squad. 5 men, 5 Deegs, and 1 Dream.
They've had one successful round out of it, but they pushed weirdly into mid where they're going to find no way. They're going to have to retake A. Retro Q takes down 2 before Bert puts him down. KMZ firing in response. KMZ finds his own double.
Wonder how he hit him in order to get him at 8 HP. So now KMZ looking very low. Micro the only man left alive, and there's not really any reason to... But if you can take down even KMZBN, that's a little bit more economic damage, but Exotic is waiting for the rotate with a deagle of his own.
Exotic finds it. We're at 7-6, and suddenly Mizesquad looking very much back in this game.
Yeah, showed him how you dig. So now Turtle Squad got a little bit of money saved up, but not enough for a full buy plus utility. But it does look like they're going to force it up. So they do have CZs, maybe a couple more upgraded pistols, including the Dig on Micro. Meanwhile, Mizesquad's sitting pretty as can be, opting not for the double op setup, which is a little interesting. Maybe they're reading the ecos and realize that an op and an AK really aren't too different.
Well, and they've done well enough here to set themselves up securing that last round. They can't be taken to 10 by Turtle in this first half, so it's nice by them. Managed to get 2 frags, and now they're looking to tie this game up at 7-7.
Whoa, crazy shot from Micro.
Great work from Bert and Micro as they work up through connector together, and Cryptic comes around the flank, and suddenly what was very promising is extinguished.
And Turtle Squad wins the round. And you know what? I said 10-5. It's definitely in Turtle Squad's favor. 9-6 is a good half. If they get that, I still think that they have a decent shot at finding their way against Azion in Grand Finals. Or AZO. Right, so they do finally get the op in the hands. A double op setup as well. One in Micro, one in Retro's palms. Against just AKs on Mizesquad. Again, they won so many rounds in a row, but that doesn't mean that their economic situation is foolproof.
Look at this push. Bert has worked into underpass. Retro's trying to work that window, but there's a smoke in it. So that's going to allow 2 members to push up mid. Mizesquad finds Micro.
Oh, the shot to the legs!
With Mizesquad down to 21 HP.
This is not looking good. Turtle Squad looked like they had their chance to even things up, but it looks like Mizes is actually going to almost even out on the side.
To find one, but KMZ jumps over the bullet. Mizesquad goes down to Cryptic. Bomb is going to be planted today. Cryptic's in an interesting place right now.
KMZ with the taser. Not sure what he's got on his mind, but I guess last round, might as well buy it.
He could work towards the bomb and be seen by nobody. Or potentially one. If he kills Exotic, he's got it. We know some are there.
Last one left. He's not going to try such a risky maneuver.
It's planted very on that open side. He's
no. Okay, jeez. Cryptic had me scared there. He did have the kit. It just would have been a 5-second delay. Now Turtle Squad 8-7. Not a super convincing half now that Mizesquad is on the CT side. This could go to game 3.
Wow. There was just some extreme yelling between the players, so...
I have voice enable off right now just because I have sensitive ears. Some of the games yesterday politely suggested that I, well, I'm not going to repeat them on stream. You get the idea.
Yeah, I don't, doesn't matter to me. You gotta be like an umpire, you know, in a Little League game. Doesn't matter what the parents are, you know, the parents are yelling about. I thought this was America! Come on! It's America? 8-7, we find ourselves here in the second half. Turtle Squad up. Mizesquad pulling back very nicely after being down 7-4 at one point.
Yeah, they definitely clawed their way back up to as even as a half can be. I mean, 8-7 is pretty much all you can ask for when you're T-side. So now Turtle Squad has that advantage, but they might not keep it for long. If they do manage to go the 3-0 after winning pistol round, take it to 11-7, then things will look in their favor, but with the way Mizesquad runs their ecos, I doubt it'll come to that.
Mizesquad triple stacked here up on A, and they don't seem intent to change it. There is a decoy thrown into A, and here comes the rush. It's full on. Retro Q is smoked out. They do find Rapid Robbie sitting in the corner, but Mizesquad and KMZ take 2 down.
Whoa!
Retro KMZ picks off 3 there total, all in the dome.
KMZ tap, 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 and showing he doesn't need an op to get his headshots. So now 8-8. Mizesquad has evened things up. And now the fact that they control the sight lines and have the weapons to do so, congratulations. Exotic with a request.
Egos, though. I'm not putting it out on Turtle at this point. They can definitely still come back right here and take a game right back.
And they're definitely forcing it. They have yet to get a bomb plant down, so it's a little risky doing this. They might have to wait till round 4 to really get rifles in their hands. But if they can reverse the situation.
So
from the nades, big damage.
Now we see the full transition. 2 more members have been called over. Exotic is just sitting there, not exposed. He takes down 2 before finally dying. KMZ takes down another 2, and it's going to be 2-on-1 on the retake here. Rapid Robbie and Retro Q.
Works his way around bench, just being very conservative. He knows that at least someone has marketed themselves through market, but he takes the fight to them. Rapid Robbie, however, politely declines his offers to buy his fruits and vegetables, and makes the score 8-9 in favor of Mizesquad.
You know what goes well with those fruits and vegetables? Cheese. Now it's also what was offered.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty cheesy run. The nade stack there took pretty much everyone down to 50 health, and then it was just a matter of getting at least 1 or 2 bullets in on them. So now 8-9. Things not looking good for Turtle Squad. What looked so up at a massive deficit now looks like a very losable game.
Burt makes a nice pick on the KMZ there. They all push up mid. Now trying to find one coming out. Connector exposed heavily, but hidden behind the smoke, able to get 2, 3 in a row before finally Burt puts him down. Exotic's gonna be able to come, knows exactly where to look, and takes the last 2 down real quickly. That was 10 seconds, and they were all splattered.
Yeah, what looked so promising with that P250 mob kill on the sniper in the nest turned into an absolute whirlwind. They did take another frag, but all 5 of them fell, and that's a lot of money that they're never going to get back. However, those AK-47s definitely proved potent. That one-shot headshot not stopped by head armor, which was opted for by everyone on Mizesquad, and that means only a UMP is on Mizesq himself.
Now we're setting up for a B play. Bomb is passed back to the 3rd member. Micro sitting on it.
Moving towards B site very slowly. Turtle Squad trying to be a little bit more cautious than they have been in the past few rounds. And here comes the push towards apartments.
Mizesquad coming at the right time to support because they are going to have the 4th member start to work up towards B. They're all walking, trying to make as little noise as possible. Here comes the rush. Exotic in the same spot he was before. Burt and Micro each find one. They take him down. And that's an easy take and plan.
Yeah, fantastic clean kills there. The Avalanche took 2 lives, and it looks like it might take a 3rd. KMZ falls.
By Retro as he sits on a beautiful angle. Rapid Robbie went down from somebody in market, and Micro took down Retro Q there.
I want to point out, Micro got dinked there by the UMP, but because it wasn't an M4A1S, it didn't take him down. So that's the effect of not upgrading your rifles. Too many times this tournament, we've seen players decide to stick with their MP9s against armored opponents, and how many times has it worked out for them?
Not enough to continue doing what they're doing. So big round back in the way of Turtle Squad. Let's see if they can turn it into 2.
Yeah, rough track record. They smoke out mid, just trying to prevent any kind of AWP poking their way as they try to get control of the map.
No AWPs purchased, oddly enough. So
yeah, CZs and P250s in the hands of some of CT's players, but they are not geared up for an A push. This could catch them by surprise.
Retro Q is going to catch one for free because Cryptic didn't check his corners.
Yeah, trays himself out though, but that's a lot of damage with just a P250.
Got 4 on A now. They really should get this bomb planted quicker.
Now Mizesq hesitating to rotate, decides to finally pull the trigger and go through market, but he's just stacking up on CT with the rest of his teammates.
Sounds like there was a bit of confusion there on people who did buy out versus shouldn't have. So,
Bit of a mistake there.
Add a little insight from within the game. Trying to find a barrel. There's Micro's head just available. There's Angry Lego taking down 1, 2. Die in response.
He gives up the crouch and looks like Mizesq is going to give up the bomb itself as he heads back towards CT. Just when he keeps the gun that he has. I mean, look at their situation. 2 guys on Mizesquad literally sitting at $0. Rapid Robbie himself sitting at 50.
Somebody's going to die here. Bird's coming around the corner. Just exposed, and Mizesq got the turn and flick.
Rough stuff. A triple for him, but he still lost the round, and that never feels good. Rapid Robbie, someone who we've seen as an absolutely insane fragger pretty much all tournament long, really underperforming now. 7 and 12 make up his scoreline. Meanwhile, the second least amount of kills belongs to Mize at 13, almost double that of Robbie's. Meanwhile, a much more balanced spread, 18 and 14 for Retro. That op play in the first half definitely lending himself to an impressive KD. But only 7 kills from Rapid Robbie. For a player known for his frags, he's got to get those numbers up.
So quick push up into Palace, but nobody's going to be home. They're all walking apartments. But of course, since they found nothing A, obviously we're getting a return back around now. Retro Q already there, working the market as Exotic, followed up by Rapid Robbie, AMZ and Mine also all behind. Can they get out here quick enough though? Cryptic finds one. KMZ and Bert take down Cryptic though. Bert gets Rapid Robbie, KMZ and Mizesquad take down Retro and Bert. Lots of back and forth going around. Angry Lego Face works around, kills one. Now they know where 2 is.
Oop.
Oh, just missed with that grenade. Turns and fires into the smoke and manages to get the kill anyways.
Okay, Angry Logo Man is the unsung hero of that round. Yeah, Micro got his double kill, but when Angry Logo Man went mid and tossed all those nades out, they thought, oh, it could be a B fake, and they hesitated on the rotation. And then that flank basically secured them the round. What looked like a tough 2v2 turned into the easiest 2v1 they've had to experience in this series. So fantastic work from him, good team play, and now he's got 5K in the bank to show for it.
Nah, Turtle Squad's back in the lead, up 11-10 after winning 3 in a row now. Trying to put this away and get themselves into the grand finals.
Micro not able to finish him off, but maybe the grenade will. Indeed, Rapid Robbie does fall. The Kobe.
Run on the site. Can Cryptic cover CT well enough? Nobody's really looking that way. Surprised more spam didn't come out.
Ooh.
Cryptic sees him jumping over the top. Can't quite find the shot onto Retro Q. Thought about going for the same maneuver again. Exotic hiding behind a wall.
Every second they take repositioning is one less second they have to defuse that bomb. Micro and Firebox, a very solid position, and the rest on Tetris.
Lego Man finds Mizesquad trying to jump onto Tetris. Now it's Exotic and Retro Q hiding at the back. Exotic gets domed. And now
Cryptic
I think
trying to intercept.
Pick up another. Oh, he didn't turn heavy enough. He pulls off the clock. They're still running. They're still chasing.
So desperate for that kill, and I'm glad he eventually got it. Who knows? Stop. So 12-10 and a very solid position for Turtle Squad. My squad, most expensive wallet they got is only 3,100, so they are going to have to sit this round out. Maybe some upgraded pistols, you know, maybe if they're feeling gutsy about it. But Retro Q, someone who's been, you know, the dark horse of my squad, is now the top fragger at 20 and 18. Meanwhile, Rapid Robbie, who's supposed to be the star of the show, sitting at only 7.
Definitely need more of a team effort all the way around. Bert still sitting in the single digits as well with Rapid Robbie, but able to provide some utility for his team in other ways.
Mizesquad trying to hold mid there with the Deagle, just not as effective if you don't have a scope on it. And Exotic might catch the tease by surprise here.
Cryptic drops down, but he gets dropped by Exotic. Micro puts him down in response. Micro pushing towards jungle, takes out another. Excuse me, towards market.
Whoa!
Mizesquad. KMZ finds a random one on Retro. Bert turns and finds KMZ. Now Micro's trying to push, but he had to reload in an awkward time for him there. Means he's gonna go down. Retro Q takes him down, but pushes up too far. Gets spotted out. Rapid Robbie makes the kill, and now it's a one-on-one.
Bomb position is down, and Robbie at only 22 HP.
He spots him over half wall. Now he can hide. Rapid Robbie waiting.
Knows that pros don't fake. And this is an amateur tournament. He's either going to have to start the defuse or he's going to have to get out of there. And Rapid Robbie decides it's not worth the fight.
Great decision by him to not commit to looking on it. I mean, obviously, it was a gamble, and he was right this time.
I don't know if it was the right call, but it's definitely the necessary one. Turtle Squad goes up 13. So if my squad loses this and they go to 14, odds are they'll have to eco again. And if they lose that, suddenly it's at match point. Tough stuff, but
up against the ropes right now.
However, Turtle Squad is also in a kind of a dangerous situation. Extremely mismatched quantities of dollars in their wallets. So if they wind up losing this round, it's going to be super tough to assemble a buy for the next one. Conservative push, leaving the bomb in base. Definitely don't want to take it anywhere where it might get caught out. Bert doing a good job of showing some aggression towards B, kind of baiting the rotate. But Mizesquad himself wants more than just to sit and wait.
He really wanted to push up, and if he finds up, he might find a customer here.
Bert's got his nade out, though. If he pushes through the smoke, that could spell doom.
Smoke nade is all he did, though.
Look at how pushed they are into apartment. If they do go for an A push right now, if Bird finally makes the call, yeah, they're chasing me. It's going to be so long of a rotate. It's going to be a 4v3 for the rest of the game.
Some long smokes coming in from around the world. Bird's going to push forward. Mizesquad takes him down.
Yeah, rough stuff there.
And there's the push into A, as you call. There's a lot of noise there, but we're going to have 3 here on the retake from CT immediately. Not anymore as KMZ
Cryptic.
and Robbie go down to Cryptic.
Crazy double kill there, completely eviscerates their ticket box-based retake attempt. So now the CTs are scattered, just looking to compose themselves for this retake, but the bomb's still not down.
Retro picks up 1, he picks up a second, meaning the only customers left on A ramp. He picks up Cryptic.
Whoa.
And Retro. Bomb is not down. This is suddenly a very dangerous situation. Mizesquad backs out knowing the bomb is not down. He's got some time.
Rotate towards Palace, but that allows him to get the bomb plant for free. So if he just go and hides in jungle or anywhere close to it, instead he opts for CT, you know, there's no reason for him to peek. He's got the bomb and his enemy wrapped around his fingertips.
AK for AK. They know where each other is. The dance is on. An angry Lego man wins it over Mizesquad, and that's going to take it, as you said, into a dangerous territory. It is now 14-10.
Spotted his shiny bald head sticking out of ticket box, but Mizesquad does have enough cash that can maybe scrape together a buy if Rapid Robbie's willing to drop rifles for his teammates.
Nope, he bought an op. So he traded for somebody there, which means Retro Q is definitely not getting a full weapon yet because he bought armor as well. So not happening. A lot of utility. Op Colt Famas 45. Let's see what
seems so strange to neglect him. I mean, he's got 21 kills, top fragging, best player on the team, right? Instead, he's left with a lonely Deeg.
Meanwhile, Cryptic's had a few good rounds. Again, the guy I said kind of at the beginning, I thought he needed to pop off a little bit more, doing what they need to do right here to try and put this away. Here's the push on to B. Cryptic pops Mizesquad. Pops Micro. Now looking for a second. Cryptic gets that on an exotic. He's going to work back towards Cat.
Numbers advantages there, and the bomb's already down. Super fast movement.
He gets another one, but he wasn't expecting the second jumper. Rapid Robbie picking up a kill there.
They know exactly where he is, and even with that AK, it's going to be real tough if he hopes to get his foot onto B's site. Burt makes sure that he's not getting anywhere near Cat.
He's running away completely. Rapid Robbie just going to save this op and run as far, far away as he can.
I don't know about this decision. Rapid Robbie has been saving up those points like we talked about. Not a whole lot of frags from him. This could be his chance to redeem himself. He just barely broke double digits. Rough stuff from him, but they're going to have to play for OT. Otherwise, Turtle Squad is going to take this game, knock him out of contention, and find their way against Azio eSports in Grand Finals. Just one round away.
Here we go, 15-10. What does Mizesquad have left in the bank? You can't be any further up against the brink of elimination than this.
This is the this is do or die time. They do manage to somehow get it off into the hands of KMZ, but their economy is absolutely shattered. Even if they win this, if they lose enough guns, that might just set them up for failure the next round.
Right you are. Let's see what they can find.
Very conservatively. Turtle Squad wants the nerves to get to Mizesquad. Look at how neutral their positioning is. Bird isn't even poking and prodding the way he has been at B's site. Instead he opts for a main, but even then he doesn't peek one bit. He wants the nerves to set in for Mizesquad.
Yeah, this is absolutely well done here. No rush, and which is, like you said, they haven't rushed the entire... or they've been rushing so much recently that you'd expect, you know, some kind of firefight to be found. But it just hasn't been.
Yeah, the total absence of it is probably freaking Mises out rather than comforting them. Retro's moving back to get the bomb up, and maybe they finally decided where they want to go.
Make sure you put an F in chat, put something in chat. If Turtle Squad wins this, we will be doing the drawing immediately after, so not just Grand Finals on deck here. Some prizes to give away, we'll give more after this round.
Oh, this tiny angle, so tight.
Shot. He was looking on it. He's going to throw the flame. That's going to slow down the rush a little bit. Bird takes a little bit of fire damage and then the shot from KMZ. But it's a close range fight. Cryptic should have it here with the AK. Finds one. Now he's going to have to look market.
Spotted the barrel coming out, but the rotate comes in too. And remember, the bomb is not on B, it's on A.
Angry Lego Man.
Carrying it is still alive.
Micro takes down Rapid Robbie and Mizesquad. And we're in a 2-on-1. Exotic's the only one alive. He's got to pull off this 1v2 clutch. He's
Exotic
coming
has
around.
put.
He may have a great shot here. Takes down Micro, but the bomb did get planted.
This is
Big
it.
knows
Is
where
he
he
going to
is
be able
now.
to check jungle? Is he going to go to orange Cerus? And
He
one
checks,
shot
and Cryptic ends it all.
puts him out of commission. Turtle Squad 16-10 and 16-11. 2 games won, puts them into grand finals against Ozio Esports for the chance at $1,500 and 5 express tickets to DreamHack Austin.
One final match away, ladies and gentlemen.